that classy jazz for you on a Sunday, baby. Classy jazz, deep house. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll be there in about 9 minutes, maybe even closer. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in on God's day, baby. Beautiful Sunday, baby. Bitcoin taking a dump here. I see a move to the downside. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Baby, my daughter made me eggs. I had to sit down and eat them during the countdown. Because she, you know, my 9-year-old daughter, she's chefing it up already. She's turning 10 in about not too long from now. I can't believe it. 10 years old, man. My first child hitting 10 is a milestone to me. Kind of does something for me. Makes me feel old, man. But anyway, there's guys who are 25 that are 10-year-old kids. You know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. We have a lot of liquidity all the way down to 61,500. That's the area that it looks like we're going to. I've suggested it. I've talked about it. And BOOKMAP is now following along with my suggestion. You know, the whales decided, hey, Sammy was right. I think his TA is spot on. We're going to follow what Sammy's saying. And there's the liquidity, right? So we're going to break down, is this true? Is that what's happening? Are we going down there? What's the probability? And I'm going to give you my years of knowledge and data to kind of back up what I see happening. Last night, we made this circle. I mean, it's a pretty big circle, but likely we're going to break down and end up in this circled region. It's exactly what happened. I saw a slow bleed. We could have went either way. I decided not to trade it because it was 50-50 shot. And so it could have went either way. And it eventually lost the point of control, though. The 1 minute, I bet, lost the 200 SMA right there. That was a point of contention to short. Then we retested, shorted again. And now we kind of got this. I've been seeing this recently. It's kind of a shoulder, head, right shoulder. It tends to break to the downside. Anyway, let's get rid of all this nonsense. Let's start fresh. Tonight will be our weekly candle close. So we got to kind of get prepared for that, right? And then that will get us prepared for the week. And that's why Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we start making gains, because we've been starting off. We don't make gains. I just want to make it clear right now to everybody here. There's no coincidence we make the gains that we do. Like this week when we make a bunch of gains, okay? Because I know we're going to, because I set my mind on it, and that's what I'm going to do, whether it's short or long. But this week when we make a bunch of gains, it's going to start today. It's going to start because each and every one of you decided to take Sunday morning seriously, decided to take Saturday night seriously, decided not to sit on your butt and let the life come to you. You decided to take charge and actually get into something full charge all the way, 7 days a week. You see me doing it. You're like, okay, I get it. I want to be a multimillionaire like my mentor, Sammy. I want to go to the moon like my mentor, Sammy. I want to go all the way like my mentor, Sammy. Or I am already a multimillionaire and I want to be around people like Sammy. I want to hang out. I want to meet more people like myself. I want to help others get to this level. This is the type of people we're around. This is who I'm attracting into your life. I'm only attracting positive people that want to be savages at going after what they want in their lives. I am your magnet, your beam. You hang out with me and you're only going to hang out with people that want to go far. No one's going to be drinking. No one's going to be talking negative. No one's going to be trying to do some scheme. No one's going to be gambling. None of that stuff. It's technical analysis. It's learning the sauce. It's getting into the, you know what I mean? This is what I'm about. So this weekly bull flag looks absolutely beautiful. Move up to 100,000 by January, 6th. Well, I don't know why it sometimes keeps coming up, but January 3rd, or just even late December. It will be an awesome Santa rally if we got this pump to the upside. The weekly's getting started for a beautiful move. And the next time the weekly stokes start to curve and get down, I mean, that's going to be the move, man. And again, remember, I was the only guy saying we have to come back to the 21 when we were this high. Everyone said we were going to the moon. Everyone said you're not bullish enough. Crypto Twitter said yes. I said no. We have to be careful. I said I know not where Bitcoin's going. I know nothing with the fact of my own ignorance. I said, but what I do know is 90% of the time you come back to the 21-day moving average, and there's just too much space here. Anyway, so we had all this play out. The weekly looks interesting. My 2-week, which is my favorite chart, this is where I really accumulate. I use the 2-week chart to accumulate Bitcoin whenever the fear and greed index is below 25, in between 10 and 25. Every single time I've done it, it's paid off. I did it in front of you guys again just a few weeks back when we got into this low region. And I said, I have to buy 22. I have to buy it. I said, I don't have a choice yet. I said, we may go down to 48. I remember when I bought for like 54.9 and someone's like, but you said it can go lower. Why are you buying now? And I said, because I don't know. And then I went back to the idea that DCAing, and I talked about this in the screen share, and I talk about it here on the channel, but DCAing, as Bitcoin sits to 62,540, you're not missing anything. But when you're DCAing, you're telling the universe, hey, I don't know it all, but I'm going to take shots at the high probability areas. So whenever Bitcoin's in the shaded region down here, and whenever the 2-week chart is below the stochastic dotted line, I have to buy Bitcoin. I've done it throughout its life cycle. And if this was even a little longer, you would see. But even in the last, since 2018, we're talking 6 years. You had 1, 2, about 3-4 times to get it on this lane. You could say 5. That one didn't even get as low, but it was still a buy. And then in the perfect time to buy was even when we were coming out. We know what divergence is. You have to understand divergence to find the bottom. I called that bottom on multiple channels. I went on BitBoy's channel on the day show before they stopped doing that. One of the last people to go on, and I called the bottom before they did what they did to that show, which was horrible. That never should have happened, no matter what. But that dude was the life in the blood of. Anyway, I still get like, it's sad because things were pumping for a lot of people. I easily would have got to 100,000 by now. You know what I mean? And whatever, it's okay. I like to do it on my own grind. But as a community, we were growing, and more people were coming on. Like they had Hot Tep Jesus, and all these other people were starting to come on. And ATB was starting to get bigger. It was starting to branch out on the type of people it had, and then it was meshing us with crypto. And I was starting to get on with Fox News hosts and everything else. It was really changing the game, man. Big things were happening, and you could smell it, you could see it. And things were about to explode there, and the community as a whole was going to make it happen. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a push to the upside, so I like the weekly cup and handle here. Beautiful bull flag. This looks, the 2-week chart looks really nice. So the 2-week is when I accumulate, and I made the 2-week my chart because no one else did. And so I decided, you know what is this 2-week? And I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I got into the 2-week chart. I started watching it closely, maybe even 5 years ago. And within like 4 years, back in 2020, I was all over the 2-week, and now it's my thing, man. Trust me, someone is buying the market. Yeah. ATB was hot for a minute. It was so hot. And they made me a premier guest. They gave me a lot of love. They knew I was on point. You know what it is? I was super consistent. You know when you're really consistent? People know that. And every once in a while, people would call out. You know, something they thought they could be somewhere and they wouldn't. And they'd hit me up and they'd be like, hey, Sam, do you think you could fill in the slot? I look at my wife, I'm like, man, that's more people that are going to know me. That's going to grow the channel. I said, I can't say no to that. I said, we would be on our way to dinner or on our way to lunch to meet people sometimes. It would be like 3 o'clock. I'd get an email. I'd turn the car right around. I don't care what I was doing. We'd be at the beach. I'd pack everything up. I'd say, I got to go back. You know, I'd be at dinner. We'd cancel the order, eat our appetizers and leave. I never missed an opportunity ever that anybody gave me. I took it so seriously. Any time anyone gave me anything, man, I took it so seriously. And Thursday ATB was live day. We used to take over, man. It was awesome. Anyway, there'll be something more. Things will come. But I just want to reminisce, man. It's been an awesome road, man. And you know, that was all coming from the mind of that man. You know, Van Armstrong, love him or hate him, say whatever you want. The polarization of Mr. Armstrong, but he was pulling the community together in a major way. You know. Anyway, someone said, thank God for the show. That's how I found you. How many people found me on ATB? Put your hand up, put a 333 here on this, even in this smaller group here. How many people found me on ATB, hanging out, watching the channel, right? And we have 841 people. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. I greatly appreciate it, right? Rave Song Records, too. Some of my greatest friends, too. So, bang, look at that. Jay's World, Live, Laugh, Love. Wow, Justin Moosegraph, like a lot of see. Anyway, so let's move on back to the weekly looks good. The weekly is going to close above 61.5. That's all we care about today. Is a close above 61,500, everyone. All right, we'll take the small baby steps to victory. So we just want to close above 61.5 today. 3-day chart looking good, but getting a little bearish. Could start to make its move back to the bottom of the channel. I like to say it broke out here, and it would have to retest the top of this flag first. We're looking for that retest for the bounce to the upside for Bitcoin, but you know, that could flip bullish at any moment. Let's get to the daily. So the daily, remember when I said the daily is rejected by the 200? It's too far for the 21-day moving average. Don't get caught up with a smaller channel. You know, yesterday I looked at it, I said, you know, you never know, and they had that liquidity up there, but they took it away. It's not really there anymore. Remember, it was all the way to 65. It looked thick, but it's not there. It's really BOOKMAP, link to description of BOOKMAP, telling us we're likely going to the downside here today and to tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be a bloody Monday or even Sunday night here. So I see a pullback to that 59,000 possibly. It would really stink to lose 61.5, but it looks like we may because the 21's just too far away. But hey, you know, we may be getting a sideways bounce here that eventually pulls us to the 21. Either way, I'm bullish on the move because even if we get the pullback to 59, 60,000, to me, I've got myself in a bit of a beautiful cup and handle there. And that could do damage. Damage cheese is what we're looking for. And a bounce off the 786, 618 golden pocket off that mini fib is even in that $59,000, $60,000 level. So I wouldn't be overly bearish. All right, as long as we hold this point of control here at 59,260. So don't be stressed when we see the daily pump. I mean, we'd have a beautiful move, right? Look, and we've been pumping since the 8th of September. People seem to forget. A couple days of dumping, but I mean, all of September. And September was a good month. I mean, that never happens for Bitcoin. I don't want to say it, right? We have 8 days left. Jesus, I'm going to jinx us. But so far, so good. We'll take it, but we'll see what happens. Looks like, but October is a pump month, so you don't really want to pump into October. You can't, look, you pump, you pull back. You pump, you pull back, right? You pump, you pull back, or you dump, you pump. You dump, you pump. So if we're going to have a beautiful October, the last week of September would be a nice dump. Wouldn't that be great? 5, 6, 7, 8 days of dumpage. October 3rd, 4th, or 5th, boom. And then we're gone, right? And the cup and handle breaks out. I call it beautifully. We get in. The 1 minute breaks the 200 MA. I get the long call on the 4 hour. And then we scalp the 1 minute. We got 2 trades open on MEXC. We got a trade open on weeks. We're doing it beautifully and we're nailing these calls. And I can already see it happening before it happens. All right. And listen, it could be a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. I'm open-minded to that too. See, I've got everything covered for you in case it doesn't go the right way. My mind will see it. People think it's confusing, but you'd rather see a guy that can see all the different things and keep you ready for them than someone that just sees one thing. You know, I look at this like you're going to war. We don't know how they're trying to take us out. We need a strategist behind the wheel. We need a strategic mind, a futurist, someone that can show us where, when, and how we can all get taken out so we can attempt to avoid all the different pitfalls that could come our way. And that's what trading is, you know, and that's what I do every single day. Like, I'm open-minded to think that maybe this could be ended up making a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. I'd like to see this come and touch the 21 and do what it's supposed to do, but I'm open-minded. What if it makes a double top M and it has to dump to the downside? We know we have to break the 200 MA on the daily. We know we now have resistance at 64,000. So all these things are now coming into play for BTC. And so the major area is 64K. We need to break it. We couldn't. And it also resembles that 200 MA at the same time, which is interesting. So it is likely that we pull back. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Also looks like it's kind of slumping here. A lower high. Losing the 21-day moving average usually is a move to the downside. The 1 hour's just been pinned to the ground. You're like, when is it going to eventually pop to the upside, right? So let's get away from my projections because they don't do anything for us at the moment. And they're on bigger time frames. But I mean, this has like a descending triangle vibe too, right? And it's almost a shoulder head with a elongated right shoulder. It's almost an Adam and Eve double top. Just looks like we're going to break down to the 200 MA here. Right? And where is that target? Yeah, 61,156. And we got that little stop at 61.8. So you can make it a little lower and say no, but I mean, it still looks pretty bearish to me. What would make me want a long is, I mean, you know, we'll see the 1 minute break to 200. If you break above 63.5 again and bounce, I mean, that could take us out. So that's some area I would look for a possible retest. But for the most part, I see an Adam and Eve double top to the downside, descending triangle. And then you'd say, but we're so low on the stochastics. I get it, but, you know, support or resistance is key. But I'm open-minded. Maybe there is a bump. But I mean, we could have had it 5 times now, and we have not, right? So you got to say, what has the price action been telling me? And it's been telling you it's not bullish at all. It's been making lower highs all night long, right? So your one thought is, fine, this is a falling wedge, though. Can you break out on the 15 minute? I'm going to change that bottom trend line there. But can you make a nice move here to the upside? 7 minute, 1 minute. I'm going to just chill, you know. I overtraded the last 5 weekends, and I'm just not doing it anymore. I'm really not, you know. I hit some big gains, though, every once in a while, so it's like, okay, but, you know, for the most part, it was like $50 here, $60 here, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm done, right? So I'm waiting till Monday night, probably, unless I see something that really gets my goat. 1 minute did break the 200 MA, and now you're kind of in this. You got this like symmetrical triangle here that could go either way, right? The 1 minute breaks at 200. Look for a pump back up to probably 63,000, but I wouldn't look for a lot, you know. And you never know. I could be wrong. We could go on a massive pump today, but it just looks unlikely to me. If anything, I see rejection by 62.8. There's big liquidity sell-off there, and then a move back down to that 61,005. I'd like to see us hold it, but the daily suggests that we do not. So the 1 hour, I'm looking for a dump to the downside, even though those stochastics are low. And again, if we break above 63,002, fine, then maybe there's a move up. So I could be wrong, everybody. It's pretty choppy. But for the most part, I see downside for BTC. And we can watch the 1 minute, if you'd like, inside this flag, if you want to get really precise with it, and see if you can break the 200 MA in the point of control in the 1 minute. If you do that, I could see a pump back up to possibly 63,200. All right. And that's all I try to do on the Sunday morning. Give you a quick, fast update here for Bitcoin. In and out. We were going for about, I don't know, 25. Not even. We started at 10:30. Yeah, about 17-minute update really in total with the 10-minute intro. So God bless you all. Shout out to the channel sponsors. We love you. We appreciate you. I Trust Capital, the best place for you to start your retirement in cryptocurrency. Gold, silver, and I also there, which is awesome. But you can buy and sell cryptocurrency tax-free inside of this account. You can also get into it when Bitcoin dumps on the weekends, which you can't do on the ETF. You actually miss those positional areas where you really get the best buys. So I think the ETF is kind of a clown move, but you do whatever makes you want. Whatever you want. I Trust Capital is a far better decision. It's long-term. At the end of the time, you can ask for the Bitcoin. They'll send you it. You don't have to cash out. So you actually get the BTC. It's a completely different experience, and I think it's far better and smarter than the ETF if you're going for something long-term. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy. We got Decrypted.tax, the best place to do your taxes. They have streamlined your crypto and DeFi taxes with cutting-edge software, and they understand what's happening. A lot of people have the software, but they have no idea what's going on. They're going to be able to go in the back end and really see what's going down and help you figure out your cryptocurrency from A to Z. So find out at Decrypted.tax. And last but not least, Houdini Swap. Houdini Swap, the best place to transact freely between multiple chains. Say you made a big, a whopping gain on Brett, right? And you sold it into Base, Ethereum Base, but you wanted to move it. You could go from Base right to Sol, Sol right to Sui, Sui right to SEI, and back and forth. You could also do it privately if you wanted. You could pay someone if you wanted to pay them privately. Super simple and easy to do, and you can find the best routes and more. Houdini Swap, on the way to $700 million in swap volume. Houdini Swap, transact freely across 4,000 chains. You can't do it anywhere else but on Houdini. And that brings me back to the end of the show, everyone. 62,600. Bitcoin pretty flat here. Looking for a move back to the bottom of the channel as it goes up and down. Chop City. I wouldn't trade this chop. All right, I enjoyed time with my family and be here on a beautiful Sunday. Last day of summer. Tonight, technically, at 8 p.m., autumn begins. If you look it up, but technically yesterday was like the last true day of summer. But everybody, we love you. This is where summer begins here in Florida. 85 degrees and sunny. Just want to maybe show you the weather for me here in beautiful Sarasota. 91 today, 92 tomorrow. It's going to be, Thursday in the low 80s. And look, at night, it's 75, 76 degrees. A little bit of rain here and there, but beautiful weather, man. Today is going to be gorgeous. Probably a tiny bit of rain. But for the most part, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Everybody, we love you. We appreciate you. And move to sunny Florida if you have the guts. I bet you don't. I'm just messing with you. I just like to push people to go after what could change their lives. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pump here in the morning. But, break the 200 MA on the 1 minute, and I'll get excited. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.